So I'm back with some more news. This time, it's surrounding our boy Drake, man. Recently on a new episode of the Dumb Blonde podcast, hosted by Bunnie XO, who y'all may know her as Jelly Roll's ex-wife, she interviewed a mystery woman. This mystery woman, she accused Drake of some egregious things, and she also alleged that her and Drake were an item. They were a couple at one point, but we've never heard of this woman until now. And she comes out and she tells her story and tells how she hooked up and met with him and how everything went. Let's check it out.
So basically, I was staying on my friend's boat, and her father had hired Drake to come to the boat and throw a party in Saint Tropez. And Drake had never been to Saint Tropez. And so he came on the boat. He came with his friends. It was amazing. When I met him, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool that he's like coming on our boat and performing at our party."
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I feel like the narrative that was spun was like I kind of stepped onto his territory, and when in reality it was like, no, he came onto our program,
right?
And it's funny how the internet likes to switch things and turn things around.
Yeah. Did you and Drake ever hook up? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah, I mean, we did.
Okay,
and he's great.
In the beginning of the podcast, she opens up and says that Drake is great.
Would you ever? Are you guys still friends, or?
I haven't spoken to him in a minute. Mm-hmm. I don't really like to speak to a lot of my prior flings or or men that I've dated in my past. Like once you lose me, I'm gone.
So he lost you.
He did indeed.
What did he do? Give us the tea.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta hear this.
I'm like, what didn't he do?
I mean, he's Drake. You know? He doesn't strike me as a man that can have a solid relationship, because he's Drake.
And he's also just so talented and so busy in what he does and lives he lives such a big, fulfilled, busy life.
How long did you and Drake date?
We dated, I would say on and off for a few months.
A relationship of sorts, and she said it was an on and off situation. So I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe they seen each other periodically. Whenever he was in town, he would, hit her up on a late night. Who knows?
I would go see him in Toronto, and and then one day I was like, I'm tired of this.
Was it just because he had other girls, or was it was he just not honest? There had to have been something that made you be like, you know what, I don't want to talk to this man again.
I think it was definitely honesty.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
And that's tough. I mean, especially when you're dating somebody of that caliber and with that power. Mm-hmm. When we did end things, I was very scared for my safety. And
towards the middle of the interview, it kind of took a turn. And she accused him of some egregious things, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? One being that she feared for her life after ending things with Drake, because Drake was so heartbroken that he started making threats and, alluded to things happening to her if they didn't remain together.
For a lot of things, for a long time living in LA, the things he said to me were very alarming. When I was 21 or 22 at the time. And when you hear those things said to you about coming from the most powerful artist in the world that has so much power and can do things the unimaginable within the snap of a finger, it was very scary.
What were some of the things that he said that would scare you like that? Because that's not cool. You're a baby.
I was 21. A baby.
Yeah.
And I still feel like a baby.
You are still a baby.
In so many words, she even alluded to somewhat being groomed by Drake, because she refers to herself as a baby, which she's not a baby. There's an adult, able-bodied, she can make her own decisions as a mindful adult, but she's referring to herself as a baby when all of this took place. So I think that that's a dangerous rhetoric to put out there. You know what I mean? Because you weren't a baby. You're an adult. You know what I mean? But I think she's playing into those grooming allegations of, the things that have been surrounding Drake in recent news.
I think I've just experienced
You've
a
lived
lot.
So much life, girl. You're an old soul.
And I feel like that.
Yeah.
Bunnie XO even says that she's an old soul But how are you an old soul that was dealing with the man when you felt like you were a baby?
Yeah.
I mean, I think also moving out at such a young age and being snapped into reality. But yeah, I don't really want to get into specifics because I hate bringing that stuff kind of back up.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to get into specifics because he's a great guy with a great heart and you don't want to rehash old situations, or because you have no proof? Let's just be completely honest.
He is so talented. I know he has a great heart, and I wish him nothing but the best in his future. I hope he finds somebody that he loves and cherishes for the rest of his life, but it wasn't me. And it got to a point where it was almost like I physically and emotionally can't give you what you need, so I'm going to step away.
Yeah.
And I kind of left it at that.
I mean,
and
if he's saying things to scare you like that, you don't deserve that.
Well, that's where it was scary because
that's almost abusive.
Especially with, like I said, somebody of that power.
These allegations are unfounded because for whatever reason, she doesn't have any type of proof to prove that Drake were saying any of these things. So, it's just he said, she said. But when people get on these podcasts, their voices are amplified and, they might garner the attention of the audience and pull the sympathy card. We're in a age of trust all women. And I agree, women do need to be trusted, but it also needs to be validated. I feel like the women that lie on men, they should be prosecuted, man. You can't just be walking around lying on men, ruining their lives without any proof.
Like getting text messages that he's going to have bitches fold me up verbatimly. That's what he said. I was like,
for what reason?
I'm going to lock my... It was all miscommunication. He thought I was saying something that I didn't. And
did he think you were talking to the press?
No, he thought I was talking like shit about him in LA when I never was.
So that gives him grounds to say that he's going to have hold you up.
Literally verbatimly. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I didn't leave. I'm not kidding you. Babe, I did not leave my house for like 3 months. I didn't step outside. I didn't go out at least. Yeah. Because I was scared because especially somebody of that power. And I know I've grown a lot from it and I know he's grown a lot from it. I think also during that time it was emotional.
Look, at the end of the day, we live in the clout era and everybody doesn't deserve a platform. But here we are still platforming people with allegations of, egregious things that have no proof about what's going on. Do you believe she's telling the truth or do you believe that she is clout chasing? Me personally, feel like somebody gave her a platform and she's utilizing her platform to, raise her social cachet. And it looks like it's working because here we are talking about it and now it's in the news. I hope she finds healing if something did happen to her that wasn't positive with her dealings with Drake. And I hope that the world crucifies her if she's out here lying. But let's be honest. Do we even care about this? People squabble up every day, B. So if your big allegation is that he called up a couple girls and he said that them girls was going to put some hands on you, take a taekwondo class, some boxing lessons or something. You'll be all right, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment and let me know what you think about the Drake allegations. Is it cloud chasing? Is it something that we even care about? Who knows? But like I always say, I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm just here to give y'all the facts. See y'all in a minute.